At the end of the last one-day international in Bangladesh, Mahendra Singh Dhoni talked about coming to the end of a long, arduous season. He didn't directly say that was the reason why India lost to Bangladesh, but a lot of people are quick to jump onto him, pile onto him, criticize him, because that's the easiest thing in the world to do, and talk about giving excuses. I was very disappointed to see that, because I think people don't give enough consideration to playing as much as the players do. I think we need to separate two things here. One is a physical fatigue, physical tiredness, but far more important, the mental fatigue. Actually, I don't have too much time. You might turn around and say you haven't played the game, but I don't have too much time for physical tiredness, because that is an aspect of your game. If you're required to be playing a certain amount, it's your responsibility to keep your body in shape. If it's not in shape, you take a break. So I have no issues with that. I don't think too many people consider the mental aspect of it. When you're mentally tired, you can't goad your body into doing more. And I suspect that is what happened towards the end of the Bangladesh tour. I particularly saw that with Virat Kohli. I was doing commentary on that game. I was watching the close-ups of Virat Kohli. He's a fascinating personality, but I was watching the close-ups and you could see the determination. And yet through the determination, he was making mistakes that he wouldn't otherwise make. And that told me that mentally he was just perhaps so tired that he wanted to do something but couldn't. I won't be surprised if that's the situation with Dhoni as well, even though some might say that he got a break after the IPL. Some people also say, if that's so difficult, don't play the IPL. I thought that was a very, very unfair criticism. Not because I'm a fan of the IPL, which I am, but because the IPL calendar is fixed much earlier and the Bangladesh series came later. So the players couldn't have said, you know what, I'll give up the IPL. And in any case, people who say give up the IPL, I think if they were in the same position, they would have taken the decision the players have as well. It's really up to the board to schedule games. But this whole issue of mental fatigue brings into account the scheduling of the games. If you want to pick players when they are tired, then you must have a base. And we've been saying it for a long time. You must have a base of 20-25 players. And you must ask yourself, is it better to send a slightly lesser but mentally fresher player? Or do you drag your regular players who are mentally tired and fatigued and can't raise their game for series like Bangladesh? Make no mistake, I'm not saying that Bangladesh didn't play aggressive cricket, but didn't play good cricket, because it was a revelation. I've talked about that at some length. But I think the board now needs, and administrators now need, to start looking at physical fitness, for which they have trainers, they have physios, they have medical tests, and start to look at whether players are jaded and whether they're mentally sharp enough to go into a big series. So I think the break after the Bangladesh series is essential, because players need to come back with recharged batteries. I thought they were playing with dead batteries in Bangladesh. If you want to stay up to date with all my video blogs, hit the subscribe button.